Okay, so I'm with Lauren, and she just said a really interesting thing to me. And it, in the international, sorry, this is Lauren.
Hi.
How old are you?
15.
How often are you here?
Every Sunday.
For how many years?
I've been coming here for the last 3 years helping out.
Right, since you were 12.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Learning the game with these beautiful flowers. Are they growing at your home?
And they're growing pretty much 100 metres down the road, so they're all freshly picked, put in the tiller and put straight down.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, so Lauren said something really interesting, which is in the International Criminal Court, the introduction says that we have to be aware of the delicacy of the cultural bonds that bind our culture and community together, and that the world's highest court and the world's highest law protects people and communities in that way, understanding that we have bonds, we have a culture that binds us together, and it's delicate, and we need to be careful of destroying that and developing that to the point where it's an exclusive zone and the community are not integrated and part of it and connecting. So what did you say to me? Because it was really cool, like you missed a week and you came back.
Yeah, so we missed a week because we were sick, so no one was down here, and we came back the next week, and we just had lots of people just asking us where we were and that they had missed us, because people actually come up from Devonport and places just to come get flowers of us, so they were kind of sad that we weren't here.
Right, because it's a culture here, it's a community.
Yeah, everyone seems to come down and it just becomes a second family.
You're bonded.
Yeah.
And it's your mum?
So she's like my adopted family. I grew up best friends with her granddaughter, so I kind of got adopted into the family.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, and she's been here for 30-something years.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's she saying about the markets leaving?
It'll definitely be a shock, and it'll be a shame to see it go, but yeah.
Okay, I'm proposing a compromise. I'm saying that if we are going to build up, we can build a world-class sustainable building that ensures the entire ground level is protected for public use as public space permanently for all of time, so the markets can stay. Obviously with disruptions of development, but ultimately they can stay.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and as long as the building was designed so sunlight streamed through, and it was designed to accommodate that. And then we should be building as many car parks downstairs as possible under the ground. And a guy I was just speaking to said an amazing idea. Apparently on K Road there's a car park where you drive in and it mechanically goes down and parks your car.
They're really cool.
So we could do that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, why are we not thinking about these creative ideas?
I know. Well, hopefully it goes through. I would love to see it.
Do you have an opinion on the markets moving? You reckon it should stay? Have you been here a while?
Yeah, 22 years.
22 years here?
Yeah.
With the flowers? And so how do you feel about the development coming in? And
Well, there's plenty of space they can build developments. I'm a project manager in real life.
Yeah.
And I build lots of apartments, and I know lots and lots of areas that are still available for development.
Yeah.
There's a massive amount over in Albany at the moment. I'm doing a big build there.
Yeah.
And there's just so much room, and to take up a facility like this for the want of just a little bit of money is really a poor idea.
Okay, so what do you think about the idea of if there could be a compromise reached, like so I'm a firm advocate of protecting public spaces on the ground level for public use permanently, but we need more housing and we need more car parks. Could you conceive of, and you're allowed to say no, obviously, could you conceive of us building down for car parks? Multi-level down.
It's an extremely expensive process.
It is expensive.
Extremely expensive.
But I've got another policy up my sleeve where we should be releasing our own credits to do it.
Well, there is that, but the actual process is very expensive.
Yeah.
The company I work for is actually building the Oasis building, which you're talking about with the stacker.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
That's an amazing piece of equipment.
Yeah. What's the cost of it?
Well, I can't say for a commercial reason, but it wasn't that expensive. Yeah, the stackers are quite inexpensive relative to the cost of excavation and building downward.
Could you just excavate and then just put electronic stackers downwards, so you just kind of drop them in a hole?
Yeah, it's feasible. It's all just cost based.
Yeah.
And the cost on the development is actually quite high for car parking.
Yeah.
There's a huge amount required for car parking.
Yeah, we need about 5,000 for Takapuna, I reckon. I mean, if you consider what, future growth of population and that sort of thing.
Yes, yeah, well, as they park and ride, what's the first word in park and ride? There is no parking at the park and ride for the bus stations. It's ridiculous, and you want to go over to all these park and ride spots.
Oh, that's hilarious. It's called park and ride, and they have no parking.
They have no parking.
Oh my god, that is quite funny. That's a bit of humour.
Yeah, you can go over and have a look at where they've got the bus stations and that. It is unbelievable. People parking on the side, on top of each other on the side of the road. the AT,
Yeah.
that are doing it. They're not going to look at it until 2046. That's what they.
2046?
That's what they're.
Because they haven't worked out how to generate their own credit yet and lend and create a debt asset that they can then collect the revenue on.
That's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, because if we did that, we could fund what we wanted.
Yeah.
And here we've got one of the food stalls. So queues. We've got queues. What do you see queues these days? Okay, so I'm just going to speak to Christopher. Can we see you?
Yep.
Yeah, you can see yourself?
Yep.
Okay, tell me if you go off screen. I can't see. Okay, so Takapuna Market's moving. Is it right or wrong?
I presume so from the councils.
Do you think it's fair that you moved?
That's a hard one, really.
Because you see the value in development?
Well, I think there's plenty of development going on around here. I think it's good to have an open space. They're talking about having an open space, and they've already got an open space.
Are you cynical of that though? Being developers, what they do and what they are. I mean, if they're going to develop with retail shops and business fronts and that sort of thing on the ground level, there's not really going to be an open space room for markets.
Oh no, that's what I mean. There's already a market here. I mean, there's already an open space here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
Don't you think we have to protect our public spaces?
Oh, definitely, because what I understood was this car park was already paid for by the ratepayers.
Yeah.
So it's not costing anything. If they have to build another car park,
yeah.
Who's going to be paying for that?
Well, we could start our own currency. As we should.
I think that's another topic.
Hey, you're speechless. Why not? If people can land on planes with a bunch of money in their pocket and lend it to us, we might as well lend it to ourselves. It's the same thing, right? Came from nowhere. It's not relevant or relative to anything.
Yeah, I think that's getting off track.
Go on, it's a great idea. Okay, so you don't mind moving the markets?
Well, it depends where it moves to, if it moves.
Right.
Or what the alternatives are. At the moment, we don't know.
Yeah. Do you love it here or not?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, but you're easy. You're an easygoing Kiwi.
No, I think it's good. I mean, I think because people know it.
Yeah.
They know it's here. It's a good mixing place. People from all other parts of the city.
Yeah.
People come here for the market, then they go out and have a coffee or lunch or whatever.
Yeah, it's the Sunday thing to do, isn't it?
And people from around here, if you're living in an apartment or a small space,
yeah.
You come down here and mix and mingle, get your veggies,
Yeah.
It's a good community sort of a thing.
Yeah, I need to walk away with some feijoas. It's my favourite food. Swear to God, I don't know why they don't plant feijoa feijoa plants right the way down the street. Trees. Okay, I'm here with Josh and Kirsten and their beautiful orchids, which I hope I'm getting a shot of with my very professional camera skills. So what do you think about them planning to move the markets?
Oh, it's a bit of a shame. Been coming here all my life. So, not selling, but buying. So,
but you're here selling today?
Yeah, this is a one-off.
So, because you had your orchids?
Yeah. So no, it's a bit of a shame. It's a nice sort of community feel to it.
And
nice
amazing that you can come and do business.
It's a one-off. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And the regular stuff.
Yeah, that it's affordable for New Zealanders.
Yeah, it's perfect for veggies and like fresh fruit and things.
Yeah, and then what do you say to the people who say, well, we need car parks and we need new houses and we need development because we need to progress?
Yeah, I think it's nice to have especially the park close by, and if it could be opened up as maybe a more of a park area, if they were going to do anything. But yeah, it'd be a shame to build it all up.
To build it all up.
Or apartments.
What do you think about the compromise of completely protecting the ground level as a public space, so it's permanently the home of the markets, and then building up with a sustainable design that fully allowed mass sunshine to come through, like it was still very open and outdoorsy, even though sun was covered, and then car parks down the road?
Yeah.
Perfect?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
I agree to that.
Okay, cool. Oh, well, I hope you sell all your orchids. They
Thank
look
you.
beautiful. Okay, so it's late at night, I have bad lighting, so this is going to look like the resolution of a potato. But it was an amazing day connecting with everyone at the markets today, and look, I've come away thinking a couple of things. One is that if market stall owners who have been there for at least 3 years weren't even aware that this consultation process was going on, then that's a mass deficiency in the communication program, because every single one of those stall owners should have been explicitly aware and brought into the conversation about the change of use plans, especially if it ends, if the public submissions or opinions on it close off tomorrow. And the second thing is that the current decision is about change of use entirely, for the designers to then incorporate that ground level for new shops and business fronts and, probably some public spaces as well. But if you have a whole lot of new shops and business fronts on the ground level or apartment entrances, that sort of thing, then you cannot fit the markets there as well. That place was absolutely packed today. It's totally full of people from all over Auckland walking through, and just so many memories. People have been there for 30 years. Like, some people have probably been there every Sunday for 30 years. That's our culture, that's our heritage, that's just something that's a real living energy of connectivity down there that should not be moved. I say again, some of the most amazing cities in the world, or little towns in the world, like south of France or Italy or wherever, are the ones where they have the markets. Same with London. The location of the markets, if we invested in the ground level to be, just world-class markets, just an amazing feeling in there when you walked in, and all the same stall owners and the same prices, kept the same prices, because there's a couple of little tidbits in that video that state very clearly that, there's a document that says it was never supposed to be built on, which a Justice of the Peace was looking after until 2 years ago when he passed away. And perhaps his sons have got that, and perhaps they don't, or perhaps they don't want to know or have it. I don't know. And the other thing is that the couple, the note that the couple who gave the building to, or gave the location to the council, expressly said that they wanted it for public use and public enjoyment. And if those two things are real and true, then the first priority for that location is the market, legally. And if everyone around on it, using it, was willing, as I think, I went out there to see, I had a plan of what I think a solution is, and I went out there today to see if other people would agree with me and could see that working. And the fact is that they could, and they were willing to work along that way. So the people who want to protect the markets are not anti-development. They just absolutely for protecting this cultural icon and experience that we all know and love in Takapuna. It is what you do on a Sunday in Takapuna, and it can't be taken away, and it shouldn't be moved. And the other thing is, as I say again, we need to be careful, because these public spaces, we don't know what the population's going to be in the future. We don't know what needs we're going to have in the future. But we do know that if we don't have any public spaces except to congregate on the road, literally, we're doing ourselves and future generations a disfavour. We need to have more foresight than that. Large open spaces in the centre of a city on the ground floor are really valuable to protect. And the Takapuna market is so worth protecting. So I hope that the council consider a new conversation with the public here that allows the promise of the ground floor being guaranteed for public use and developed so that it's not a wind tunnel, it's not dark and cold, beautiful sunshine flowing through, lots of open space, and buildings going above that, so that we've got lots of new housing and more people in the city to send money around, and so that we've got lots of car parks going down with one of those fancy little automated machines that drop them into a hole in the ground, which would be much cheaper than the traditional concrete car parks. And then we can have the best of all possible worlds.